Now that's what you call good football.
stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014. There's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the New England Patriots and the New York Jets. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Let's go now. Ready?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. 5 yards on the game's first play. Second down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Only a couple here up to the 25. This defense for the Jets, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. It goes as a gain of 8 and moves the chains. Faced with their first third down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen third down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board. They're able to avoid that 3 and out. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And, partner, you know I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older. Back in my day, we used to call a guy like this a workhorse, except he carried the ball all the time. Now they get into him a variety of ways, but you're right, they want to run their offense through him.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Well, that's a nice job right there. He's looking downfield, but with no one open, he takes off and tries to run for it. He gets to the sidelines and gets out of bounds with a first down.
He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Ready.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Up the middle they go. Dorsey, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play call, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Cade York on now for the field goal. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. York able to send this one through. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead.
Well, when they began that opening drive, they didn't have the best field position, but they were able to move the ball enough, Charles, to just get in his range to take the 3-0 advantage.
Absolutely, because considering where they began that series, I think they're pretty happy to be sitting at 3-zip right now.
Now a play fake here on first down. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
The Jets at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Ready?
First carry of the game for Brian Robinson.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Shot, 17.
Looking to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
97. 10.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
On 2nd down, Dorsey. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. 8 yards there, getting him out of danger. It's a first down.
But that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Come on, set.
So a little more space to operate now. 1st and 10 from right around the 12.
Ready?
They'll keep it on the ground. Dorsey. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Ready?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
To Williams on the jet sweep.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a New England first down.
An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Throw left side, complete to Chase.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Now a handoff up the middle. Dorsey. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47.
41 yards on the ground for him so far.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time. We'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. He'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action.
Point to middle. Ready?
2nd and 4. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 42. On first down, Dorsey. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
On the NFL scoreboard, second quarter up in Minneapolis. That one has really opened up. The Vikings have just scored again. That's one we'll continue to watch here in Week 3 of the NFL season. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe. So it is a 60-yard attempt here.
York able to send this one through. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
Fielded right around the 8. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Ten cycles. Blue striker.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
Finds his man, it's John Mechie.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with the pick, and the Pats will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
Here we go.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they'll have a little bit of time to work with. 35 seconds until the break.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 36-yard line.
2nd and 5. He's going to look deep for Watkins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Jets will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there.
Ready. Spike 60. Ready.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're on the losing end of things here. What do they need to do if they're going to turn things around, CD?
Partner, it's awfully close to being a must drive here, I think, for them, because I think a touchdown here in this opening drive is something they absolutely have to have. They only managed 3 points in the first half. They know that's not going to get it done. So without adding pressure to them, they already know the stakes. They need a touchdown here to get things started.
Hands it off out of the gun. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. This will be complete to Mechie. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2nd and 1. Right side complete to Mechie. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Adrian Amos up to make the tackle. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 97 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Brian Robinson Jr., his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Jets have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent is still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Brandon, what's even more impressive is that came against double coverage. He gashed them with that reception, even with the extra focus that he drew from the defense.
They'll run on first down. Dorsey. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Dorsey. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety, being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man open. It's Chase. And he's just going to be short here. Barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
And boy, that's going to be close. He didn't get much at all there, but he got the first. Looked like they might have held him defensively, but the referee signals it will be a first down. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready.
A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10.
Go anchor. Set.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. They'll set up a throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he can be a big-time playmaker for us.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And able to find Alan Lazard. And he is going to pick up a Patriots first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Jets are going to have it here just past the 25. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
52. On the ball. On the ball.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. Finding room in midfield. Loose inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And I'll tell you what a bird's eye view I've got here, because that was absolutely something else to watch. Not a lot of wiggle in that. That was catch it and go, and he used those wheels of his. The absolute devastating effect.
And if you're looking for proof of his speed, Next Gen Stats shows that he was traveling just over 21 miles an hour there. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down.
Here we go, set. Striker, 3-3.
They're going to look to throw. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Jamar Chase, the intended receiver, and it's third and short.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
They have to like the play calling, because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Going right back to Ferguson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
He's airing it out for Williams. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Kobe Bryant. And the Jets are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we? Because ordinarily that happens and things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
Ready.
Robinson on a give right side.
And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Second down and a run by Robinson.
Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Robinson.
And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it.
And he is going to have a Jets first down. And they convert in style right there. A big play on 4th and long. They'll run this one right with Robinson.
They find some open field here. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's got a man complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 35. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Back to throw here. Touchdown!
John Mechie.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Jets are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
That second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So for the Jets, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos.
It's Week 16 of the 2022 season, and we'll see the rookie burner, Jameson Williams, as utter dominance has moved him within range of the single-season receiving record. It's the 49ers and the Commanders, and it's coming right up on Madden NFL 23.
We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014. As you get a look at Levi Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. Today we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Washington Commanders and the San Francisco 49ers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And CD, you look at our featured team here. They're squaring off against a very tough unit to throw against.
And this is not one of the better passing offenses in the league to begin with, Brandon. And to illustrate that point, they're down near the bottom of the power rankings, so the focus is going to need to be on possession-type throws. Whether they're trying to use their running backs or tight ends a little bit more, the big thing is to make sure the quarterback gets it out of his hands quickly to his receivers, and they hope to gain an advantage that way.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. They're led out by Kirk Cousins, former Michigan State product, who's now in his 11th NFL season.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have a perfect game.
Cousins throw, taken in by Diggs. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Pretty darn good, as you see right there on your screen.
I'll echo that. Darn good. 2 touchdowns, right? And the ability to be in sync with each other, right? To understand that he's going to be where the quarterback expects him to be when the ball's thrown.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. On 3rd down, Cousins. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. He's going to have the 1st down and then some. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A big play there on the catch and run. 33 yards. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Man open downfield is Diggs. He's got it. Touchdown, Washington. Stephon Diggs, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Commanders are on the board first here this afternoon. Folk connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's finished off by the touchdown by Stephon Diggs. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. Fielded right around the 8. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by a man who needs no introduction. One of the most exciting players in all of sports. Now in his 6th season out of Texas A&M, Patrick Mahomes. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Mahomes now to throw. That's complete to McBride. So the completion good for just 3. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. The Raiders at 10-4 on the year. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good measure on Monday. Once the family's all gone back home and Grandma's puttered out and he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Curtis Samuel, 42 yards. And the 49ers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Runs good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. This offense and Jonnu Smith getting set to begin another possession. Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs a big game in there, right, to make sure that he gets it. So you know that during the...
And this is going to be intercepted. Sauce Gardner puts it off. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC. Well, with 3 weeks left, they are in one of those 3 wildcard spots, Charles, but that spot is not clinched, and there's not a ton of breathing room for them, so the bottom line, they just need to focus on winning right now.
Yeah, they totally have their eyes open, don't they? They know they've got teams trying to run them down. They can hear their...
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown, 49ers. Patrick Mahomes, he can do everything seemingly, and that time he just reared back and let it fly.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and that throw traveling an even 64 yards in the air. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. For this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And some room to work. And he's into the clear. The 20. Touchdown, Washington. His fourth rushing touchdown on the year, number 6 overall. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point up and good by Folk, and we are tied at 14. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
That's caught inside the 20. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. Pretty entertaining start. 14-all to score on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Curtis Samuel, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season as his guys have now moved out in front. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Pretty clean and simple there, just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
Here's a run with Akers on second down.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Cousins to the right side and complete to Jefferson.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be second down.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 88 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now Cousins.
That's out to the flat for Akers.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Only needing 2 yards on second down.
Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterback...
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Stephon Diggs. His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Folk connects on the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Jamison Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense.
For him, what an accomplishment in this game, surpassing the 2,000-yard mark. And all the time we talk about these guys out wide like him that are so athletic and can do so many things. But take us a little deeper. How has he done it this year?
Well, you helped with this because when we sat down with him before the game,
he's got it at the 15. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Throwing now is Mahomes. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Andrew Booth picks it up. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. They'll begin on the ground with Akers.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Cousins now. It's caught. Smith finding room at midfield. Look at the big fella go. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Washington. Jonnu Smith, 78 yards. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point up and good by Folk. And they will take a 7-point lead. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Jamison Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense.
He's probably someone they want to get more involved at this point. Second quarter down on the scoreboard, you know that he can be a threat.
And because he's such a threat, as well as so productive, I'm with you on this. They've got to get him the ball more, give him more opportunities for them to have a chance to erase that lead.
Certainly they'll be looking to get him even more in the mix this go-around. To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes.
This is taken in by McBride. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Well, Burger, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
Over the middle, complete to Samuel.
And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
And Mahomes going to hustle him up to the line here.
Mahomes to throw once more. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
We don't see him miss too often. The ball could have slipped a little bit coming off his hand, and that's all it would take to send it high and out of bounds without a play.
The kick by Lutz is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Just 25 seconds to go in the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. To throw is Cousins. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman finding space at the 40. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Cousins on 1st down. He'll swing this one out to Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And he'll just get rid of it.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve, as we'll send you east. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Jamison Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense.
Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Mahomes. And this one's incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming out 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Got his target, Samuel, and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a 1st down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the 1st half. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That pass caught, it's Williams. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's good for 28 yards. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down.
Looking for Austin, intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Commanders are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action now. Cousins. He'll dump this off to Akers. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field, a nickel set for 3rd down. Now Cousins. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. Here's J.K. Scott now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Here's Austin. Touchdown! 49ers! Boy, he covered a lot of ground, 82 yards on the punt return. And the Niners are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
And that jumps the excitement level up a few notches, doesn't it? What a big-time punt return for a touchdown. Now their cohorts on the special team side, they've got to add the PAT.
That would be the equalizer. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it wind up incomplete.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw is here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw pulled in by Jefferson. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. Back now here in Santa Clara. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. And this is going to be intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Niners are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make this.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Deron Harmon, and the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. That is now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scan.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Commanders have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Folk connects on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. A nice tiny little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only 1 play to score it. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Deron Harmon. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. So now it's 2 straight drives that end with an interception.
And the first time, the first interception, they ended up getting 6 points out of it and taking the lead. Now they have an opportunity to increase that lead after their 2nd pick on 2 drives.
Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. On 2nd and inches, Cousins. That's complete to the tight end, Akins. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Van Jefferson from 13 yards out. And the Commanders are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Folk. And the lead now up to 14. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was all capped off by the Van Jefferson touchdown reception. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Taking a shot for Samuel. And my goodness, another interception. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, they're off.